Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw Ready or Not. So Ready or Not, I didn't see a trailer for this movie, so I walked in completely. Oh well, that's a lie. I saw like a TV spot, but it didn't really show much. It was just like a 10-second TV spot. So anyway, um, so yeah, I was almost completely blind with this movie. All I know that it was a movie about hide and go seek, and it was gonna be like some type of horror film or whatever. And so yeah, the movie is about this woman who's getting married to this guy, and like his family's like a very rich family, and they had this tradition where like whoever enters the family has to play like some sort of game, whether it's like Risk, Monopoly, Four Corners, or like hide and go seek. And so whatever card she chooses is the game they play, and they play hide and go seek. And things go, I guess, awry, and thus we have a movie, a very interesting movie. Um, what's it called? I didn't know what to expect with this movie. Well, I kind of did. I kind of knew, but like, I was expecting like a gore fest in a way, and there are some moments of gore in this movie, but like the gore, like the deaths in this movie just aren't that great. Like someone dies in a car crash. Spoiler alert: someone dies in a car crash. Another spoiler alert: someone dies in an elevator. But like you see the elevator like crush them, but you don't see them like get separated from their body. You just see them spit up blood, and it's just like you could have done so much more with that death. Like you could have done so much more than you could have like had her like body fall off or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sicko. Maybe I've been watching too much Final Destination and all that. But you know what I mean. Um, and then like someone dies in a car crash. Like she's like kicking the shit out of this out of one of them in a car. And the car just like starts tumbling, and then he dies as the car tumbles. I mean, like we see that kind of death all the time in action movies. So like that wasn't an interesting death. Um, just the deaths in this movie, you either see them before, seen the kind of deaths before, or they're just not that good as far as like horror movie deaths go, like Friday the 13th type deaths, or Final Destination, or Halloween and shit like that. Like I was expecting like that type of gore for this movie. Um, and then the movie concludes, and like so yeah, back to the plot. So yeah, she plays a game of they play a game of hide and go seek, and she's supposed to hide somewhere in this big mansion, and they what's it called? And they're supposed to go find her. Little does she know that like when they find her, they have to kill her, and so yeah, and yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. They have to try and kill her, and if they don't kill her, something bad happens to the family. Like they keep saying this is family tradition. If she doesn't die, we all die, or something like that. And so yeah, and then yeah, I'm not gonna explain how the movie ends. But like I will say that the ending and the and how the movie wraps up, and just the movie as a whole, I was just very unfulfilled with it. Like I was expecting like a really fun movie. It just was a little bit underwhelming. Uh, the acting was great. The comedy was great because it's a horror comedy. It had really great comedy. I like the characters. The dialogue was great. Um, everything, every technical part of the movie was great. It's just that like when it came to the horror type thrills, it just leaves you underwhelmed if you're like a horror fanatic. And I'm not really a horror fanatic, but like I do love me some gore when I watch horror movies, when it's like Dawn of the Dead or Final Destination. I'm talking about the original Dawn of the Dead with by George Romero. Um, Saw gore is not that great, but like, I know it makes me sound like a psychopath. I don't mean to come off as a psychopath, but you know what I mean when with horror films. Like horror films, they're usually bloody, disgusting, and not that's not to say that there aren't disgusting moments in this movie when it comes to gore. It's just that like I was expecting better. Um, I don't know. Um, but like I don't know. I'd give this movie 3 out of 5 stars. It's not a terrible movie. I know it sounds like I'm like really like dogging this movie, but it's not terrible. It's just not as good as I wanted it to be. Like usually these little movies, when it comes to like horror, they it could be really good. This one was just like it just, in my opinion, just really missed the mark. And yeah, so 3 stars out of 5.